So, a lot of people believe in the innate goodness of humanity, that everyone is born with a pure heart. Such people are fools, they've not seen what I've seen. Boy, play something more fitting. In my kindergarten, the most popular outdoor activity was not playing house or tag, it was going outside, finding earthworms, cutting them in half, watch both halves wiggle and say, well, now there's two of them, like they were goddamn Minecraft slime. Years later on a class camping trip, some of the kids would go out every day, finding frogs, then stomp on them so they would puke out their intestines. And if the frog somehow survived, they would watch it re-swallow its organs and then go out to live its now greatly decreased lifespan. But even after witnessing all that, I had not yet given up on humanity. I still thought there was hope. The final nail in the coffin was gamers. My first toxic encounter in a video game was when I was 10 years old. I was playing a minigame on the Minecraft Hypixel server called Skyclash. I just been defeated and the player who defeated me wrote in the chat, "You are so bad." I was shocked and I responded with the best comeback I could think of at the time, which was, "No, I'm not." And surprisingly, I did not win the argument as he responded with, "Yes, you are," and I burst into tears. A year or so later, I switched to another school and my new classmates introduced me to this game called Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike is a tactical shooter where to win, you need to have focus, intelligence, skill, and most of all, teamwork. Two teams of 5 players fight against each other in a best of 30 rounds. The goal for the terrorist is to plant a bomb and the goal for the counter-terrorist is to disarm it. And playing a game that is so heavily focused on teamwork will naturally teach you social skills and how to cooperate.
You're a fucking cuck. Yeah, you're a fucking liberal piece of shit. That's what you are.
Shut the fuck up, motherfucker! Get a fucking kill, Green.
Yeah, Green, you fucking fat.
Green, you're so fucking useless. Green, you're a fucking piece of fucking shit.
Girl gamers, they should be called girl lamers.
So, the player base sucks. If I had $1 for every time I've been called the F-slur, then I'd already be paying taxes. My rough estimate is that in 4 out of 5 games you will experience some kind of toxicity. In case you don't know what toxic means, it's a term for acting unpleasant or negative towards another person. And the gaming world is no damn video. The bully doesn't come to realize his faults and apologize to the now rich geek after experiencing how it feels to be bullied. No, these players have no sense of self-reflection, like they're fucking vampires. For example, if you tell someone to not be toxic, they'll give you one of these 3 answers. 1. I'm not toxic, Blue's just a fucking idiot. 2. Shut up, kid. And 3. Why? Why should I not be toxic? Great question, except it's not. It might seem like a good question since it's so stupid that everyone is lost for words and unable to refute it. How am I supposed to respond to that? Do you want me to quote the terms of service stating that you can't be an asshole? Do you want me to quote your fucking parents? The Bible, maybe? 2 days ago, I read an article that stated that gamers were on average 2 IQ points smarter than everyone else. The article, however, did not specify which games they played. The statistics were probably boosted by Candy Crush players, because Counter-Strike is just pure brain rot. And you may say that I am triggered, and you would be right. Watch me dramatically vent my frustrations on something in my garden. There are many types of toxic players. I'll go through some of them, starting with the one that made me cry, the skill insulter. It's pretty self-explanatory. Someone who insults you for your abilities in a game. Something that is important to note is that Counter-Strike is rank-based. You are assigned a rank according to your level of skill. Sometimes with people who are slightly higher rank and sometimes with people who are slightly lower rank. And that's why insulting someone's skill is really dumb, because even if you're slightly better than someone you happen to be matched with, you're a mere ant compared to the ranks above you. To them, you've always been an ant, you always will be an ant, there's always a bigger fish, and there's always a smaller fish. It's like being 5'4" and picking on anyone who's 5'3". The younger sibling is a toxic type that can be considered a subgenre of the previous one, and is usually the first step to becoming a skill insulter. This one isn't exactly frog stomping evil, but it's the most common and repetitive one. You might wonder why I named it the younger sibling, and this should make you understand.
Big bro.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
I'm cleaning my room.
What's a room?
Well, it's something you put your stuff in.
What is something you put your stuff into?
That's a room?
What's a room?
That's right, constant pestering of questions. Like a younger sibling. This time it's just questions such as why you peek, why you no peek, why you push, why you no push, why you block, why you smoke, why you flash, why you so bad, and so on. They of course don't expect you to answer, they just want to make you look dumb. These little shits are very common because they technically have the moral higher ground of just asking. Maybe you should suck my dick. I don't know, I'm just putting the question out there, no biggie. And that's how we got the word passive aggressive. If you are this type, then try and ask yourself, why I no peek? Why I no push? Maybe I should suck some dick. The chicken. The chicken. The chicken. Now, the chicken has not gotten its name for its cowardly behavior or thick thighs, but because of how baby chicks who've just come out of the egg imprints the first big thing they see as their mother. In a similar way, this gamer imprints the first teammate who ever so slightly annoys him as his mortal enemy. You were at the wrong place, the wrong time, you were blocking his view, didn't miraculously clutch a hopeless round. Minor things like these are enough for you to be brutally insulted for the rest of the game. You cannot redeem yourself, no matter how well you start playing or how apologetic you are afterwards. You've already been chosen, you are his bitch, and that is your fate. There's no way to de-escalate the situation, you just have to hope that the game ends before he starts team killing. And if you're wondering, Lasse, why did you go out of your way to categorize these toxic types in their psychological state? Then the answer is actually quite simple. I want to find a comeback that describes their dumb way of thinking the best, one that pierces their soul, and make them realize all the pain that I've endured over the years. Well, if you ever meet a toxic person, then you can use this trick. Just tell them that the world's largest earthworm is 6 meters long, that'll humble them.
How about you trigger some bitches?